The Ironman 70.3 Triathlon is held every year in Goa, India, and registrations for the same are now open. The fourth edition, held on the 27th of October, commenced from Miramar and saw almost 1,200 participants from over 57 countries. There's also the Iron Kids Marathon, held a day prior to the main triathlon, which is an overall wholesome experience for youngsters aged 6 to 16 years old who are either looking to be budding athletes in the future or are in it to experience sportsmanship and have fun. With respect to Ironman 70.3, at the main venue you could review the instructions and ask the volunteers for any information you'd like to learn about the event. Most of the questions you have are answered during registration or bib collection time. You could visit the venue 2 days prior to the event to collect your bib. There are dedicated professional bike service stalls to service your bike if needed. There are food stalls as well, and also you could buy some supplements and handy gear at the merch and gear stalls. Services to get your name printed on jerseys are there as well. For the 2024 edition, athletes were provided free food sponsored by Herbalife. If you have the time, it's advisable to traverse the cycling track by car for route context, mental preparation and planning. Keep in mind that the cycling layout changes every year. Once registered and the bibs are collected, you'd compulsorily need to park your bike a day prior at the allocated parking area with all necessary gear and supplements. Note that you'd need to park your bike according to your bib number, and at the time of registration itself, you'll need to provide any past records of your triathlon, swim, bike and run speeds. The athletes are fairly allocated their start positions accordingly. It's better to park in the evening as it's hot and humid when the sun is up above. Rest assured your bike will be safe as there is security at the gate and entry is only permitted for registered participants. Note that the event starts at 7 in the morning, so you'd need to be present at the venue around 5:30 am or 5:45 am. 6 am however is the reporting time and the final check-in. The triathlon per usual starts with a swim at 7 am and the fastest swimmers as per athlete application details start first. Regarding safety, there is strict protocol followed by lifeguards and the organizers are well equipped for emergencies of any kind. One advisory mention is to be aware of jellyfish stings, which of course is rare, however the previous edition had instances of a few stings. This could be prevented by applying a layer of Vaseline to your skin early morning before the event or during warm-up. Other things to note for the 3 km swim are to read the rules thoroughly. The placement of athletes for the swim is allocated by speed. Do prepare to swim with a bib on your leg, see and memorize the routes, entry, swim and exit, as there had been a mishap previously where the person leading took the wrong side by mistake. Wrong turns are penalized, so it's important to mindfully navigate the swimming route. Another important part about swimming is that aqua suits were not allowed and swimwear maximum reaching the shoulder was allowed. It might change year to year, so it's important to read all the rules and regulations clearly. Check whether wetsuits and long sleeves are allowed and also check for any other particular regulation. After the swim, athletes would need to run barefoot on sand for 100 meters to their bike, which was parked by them the day prior at the allocated area. This is a tricky transition, so being prepared for the same is essential. For convenience, you could keep a large bottle of water at the parking spot to wash your feet prior to putting on your shoes. After being geared up, athletes start the cycling phase, the route path for which is laid out and traffic is stopped, with safety being the priority. The cycling route ends with parking the bike at the same stand and then the running phase of the triathlon begins, which is the most challenging one as Goa's climate is very hot and humid, especially for athletes acquainted to European conditions, even for professionals who usually excel. Basically, it's too hot and humid for the body, and provisions across the path for the same include available medical help and cooling stations on the way, where ice cubes, ice bottles, sponges full of ice water, etc. are available. It's important to be considerably ready in this light and plan in advance. The application of ice or ice water sponges helps considerably. For supporters, live GPS information about the pace, position and nearest competitors of each athlete is available via the Ironman application. After the competition, a free massage is provided to participants, and finisher medals are distributed along with free merchandise. The winners have a special event in the evening where awards are distributed to them. They subsequently qualify for further competitions such as the Ironman World Championships. Winners are advised to avoid being late or missing the event as only the participants present for the evening event qualify. The winners of last year's competition comprised of the athletes on screen. The next Ironman is set to be held on November 2025. If you're visiting Goa with a group for the upcoming edition, villagoa.in would be glad to offer rentable luxury villas at special rates and assist you with some essential facilities.